Why, hello everyone. Welcome to PlayFrame, and welcome to the last case of Benedict Fox. This is a sponsored episode brought to you by the folks at Rogue Games, who would like you to know that this game is now available today. It's been available for a few days, actually. It is on Steam, it is on Xbox. I have a link to the game's Steam store page down in the description below, but if you want to see a bit more of it first, then stick around. Now, I would primarily describe this game as a metroidvania with a sort of noir, jazz, Lovecraft setting, which already a fun mix, but it's also got some other elements in the recipe as well, like some puzzle and mystery type things. It's a kind of interesting combination, so let me show you it. New game. New game, I says. Here we go. Oh, also, yeah, game difficulty. So, you see two options here. I want to play on the default settings, or I want to customize where the challenge lies. There is quite a lot you can do to fiddle with the game's difficulty in here on several different fronts. So I want the combat to be either relaxing, default, or challenging. So you can fiddle around with that if you're just not here for the combat aspect side of things. You can also change how kind of the Metroidvania difficulty goes, in terms of like how much the minimap shows you and stuff like that, which is really cool. We'll go with default across the board, but it's like, I love that the game gives you this sort of difficulty customization up front. And also, you can decide whether you are interested in solving puzzles or not. And I think the puzzles are a kind of interesting aspect of this particular Metroidvania, so let's leave those on and continue. This is a work of fiction. Any resemblance to actual persons living or dead, you know the rest. Also, the game explores sensitive subjects, which some may find difficult. Press X to know more. Spoilers. I appreciate them adding this too. I'm really appreciating their accessibility considerations here.
After the end of the Great War, it came to light that atrocities were being committed, not only on the battlefields, but also beyond them, in secret workrooms of the First Circle. To try and stop the vile endeavor, Ordo Irae came to being. Its purpose was to restrict unauthorized research, experimentation, and exploration of the void. Not all, however, are willing to be controlled.
Really loving their lighting in these scenes.
This is what I've been looking for.
He who seeks does not err.
Did you hear something? What's going on?
And here we go. Here's our tutorial. Press right bumper to parry. Press X to attack. I love this way of presenting your combat options. Hold X to perform a heavy attack. And successful melee attacks recharge your flare gun. You use the right stick to dodge. Hold left bumper to aim once you've charged up that flare gun. And press X to shoot. And there you go. There's the basics of the combat. Now let's get a move on. Tap A to jump, hold A to jump higher. Oh, hello. Didn't see you there. Whoop. That's kind of fun. Our weapons sort of just like clinked against each other there. Fire. Oh, not charged up yet. Now we are. Next enemy who dares challenge me. In trouble. Run. When low on health with Miracle Water selected, hold up to fully heal over time, or tap up just to heal one hit pot instantly. So if I hold it, I think I'm only down one health pip. Well, no. I see like a fourth empty slot there, but I don't know if I have that like actually accessible or not. Anyway, continue. Whoop. Hold up. Whenever the indicator is visible, press A, again, to double jump. And get a little bit of help. There's really strong art design here. Just some great noir style.
Hello? Anyone here?
Only anguish fills this residence, Benedict.
You're saying there's no one here? Huh?
Ooh. And here we are. Welcome to the mansion. Library added to the map. So you can hit pause at any time to pull up your map. And here you can see we've got several points of interest we can look into. Because we went with default difficulty. I think if we went with like high Metroidvania difficulty, it wouldn't be showing us like our current location or any of these little hints. Let's see. Got a couple of different things we can look into, though. We've got a torn page.
These runes look like the ancient writing of the old ones. This could be a fragment of what I'm seeking. The forgotten ritual.
We're close. Don't let your fright hold you back now.
Since I found the first piece, there must be more.
So we've got like some control here to examine things, and that's going to become quite handy later. So a mind is formed by consuming the word. One must be cautious not to misshape it by accident. Every letter imprints itself subtly into the reader's sanity. Untrained mind might not even notice it. I might be able to reverse engineer the ritual and find a way to set myself free of the companion. Let's take it. What harm could that do in our pocket? Also, there's a radio. Let's see. This one changes the frequency. This one I think is volume. Let's find something good. Not bad, not bad. Seems pretty sparse otherwise. Hey, works for me. Anyway, what else we got? James's study added to the map. We've got a drawer. I see. So, I said that there were some puzzle elements to this. We're gonna have to probably solve some things to get access to certain stuff. And I don't know how to interact with any of that yet. We got a wallet. Some items might have more to inspect. Rotate the item with left stick to focus on the inspection. For instance, this key here. Once focused, hold X to interact. Got us a key with a little symbol on it. A beautiful key, well made, sturdy, with a symbol that I do not know or understand. Another mystery to solve. Tomas de Fernandez. We'll take it, why not? You can always go back to the pouch by pressing pause and investigate the item again if you feel like you missed something. So let's do that real quick. So we've got our, again, our map here. There's also the pouch where our inventory lives. We've got our father's wallet, that torn page we picked up, a damaged amplificator, a wondrous device that helps me safely reach for the companion's abilities, home to a voidling, a creature that's neither here nor there, a fragile link, a prototype of me. It got hit hard. It's barely working. Companion can block some damage, but that's it. I need a new one as soon as possible. Also, we've got some miracle water. He who has health has hope, and he who has hope has everything. A flare gun, which is quite fancy looking. It requires charging with melee attacks before being able to shoot. We got that key we picked up. Bits and pieces. We'll probably get into more. Oh, that's right. These are sort of like, you see the number 25 down there. That's sort of like, these are things we have collected here in this little mansion area. And I think bits and pieces are a resource we can use. Like the dew in the morning, memories and feelings gently rest upon the earthly possessions, tempting to demons and looters alike. There's a world where no thing is more valuable. Yeah, so we should be able to use some of that later, I think. And our various files. These are they. I really enjoy the art design of this game. I feel like the aesthetic of this is one of its biggest strengths. And also a bayonet. Even a simple bloodletting instrument can yield adequate results in the hands of a proficient wielder. Each successful attack charges my single shot. And also we've got various notes if you need to review. Anyway. A door with another symbol. So I don't think we can do anything with this drawer with what we got yet. No. I'll have to come back to that later. So this mansion we're in here is sort of like a hub. Sort of like a core hub that we'll be trying to unlock and get further and further into the further in the game we get. But let's see what all we can access now. Sleepers.
That's strange. There was no mention of a child in their files. Do I have a sibling?
There is some discrepancy in the files I stole. They didn't mention anything about the child. Or did they disobey Ordo Irae and had one illegally? Might as well take it with me. I got deep pockets. Ooh, a piano. If you feel like playing the piano. This is absolutely going to be part of a puzzle. I can tell already. We're going to have to play something specific. Not seeing a whole lot else yet. Let's head back downstairs. And have we got in here yet? We haven't. We've got a shellac record. The Plot Twist Band record. I think Plot Twist is the name of the developer of this game. Let's put it on the gramophone. It might do something. I mean, maybe not. Maybe it'll just play a record, like a normal person would expect it to do. Ooh, photograph.
This must be the woman my father loves.
The embers of love are buried beneath the ash.
Hello. Read. I send you my picture, but if you don't like it, I'm sure I don't care. Huh. I'm now just looking for little puzzle clues and everything, which is probably the right mindset to be in. Oh, goodness, I was about to say. Did the photo disappear on me? No, it was just dark. Think we might be headed down there pretty soon, because, yep, not getting through here yet. All right, let's go.
I got a bad feeling about this.
I'm supposed to be the one with bad feelings. Pull yourself together, Benedict.
We've used the key.
So, I lost my father before I had a chance to know him.
I can sense your despair, Benedict. The cadaver you call your father. His sorrow and dread have not yet dwindled. The shade is so dense and the madness so fierce that I can barely hold on.
No sign of a struggle anywhere around him. And yet, he defended himself desperately. But from whom? The trail of blood leads to this lock.
Not all is lost yet. I can guide you. through his memories, Benedict.
New anchor unlocked, you can use it to teleport. Good to know. And here we are in quite a different space. So, as I understand it, I think this is kind of how the structure of the game works. This sort of dream world we are in is where a lot of the metroidvania-ing actually happens in spaces like these. And I believe we can probably access them from that mansion sort of hub area. That's my understanding, or kind of guess at how the structure of this works, which is a great idea. Oh, don't love that. What a warm welcome. Ow. Okay, maybe I shouldn't just stand there. I'm going to... Okay, so I had 4 health, now I have 3. I'm gonna let myself get lower health because I want to see if, like, if it uses 1 charge to heal 1 health pip every time, or if I do the held down heal, like, taking longer to do it, if that enables me to, like, actually use that healing flask more efficiently, basically.
A vile, sickly mass of concentrated ink, formed into a human-like abomination, like a phlegm in a lung. It sticks to the mind.
Parrying him and winning. Got some ink. Okay, and I think that's actually a pretty important, what a cool looking map. Cool, important resource, this ink stuff. Some horrid things better be kept confined far from reach. And who knows, maybe a use will appear for them by doing so. A foul remnant of a demon, matter encapsulated in an ember-like prison. The ink may be extracted and used by the tattooist to improve my connection with the companion. So this is an upgrading resource that we have access to here. And I think, you know, I'll go further in the game because they might actually explain it further, but I've read a little bit about how the ink mechanic in this game works, and it's one of the little design touches that I think is my favorite in the game so far, at least on paper. We'll see how it works in practice.
I can't make this jump now, not while the amplificator is damaged.
Yes. Without it, you won't be able to use my abilities fully. I can barely be of help to you.
Ooh, conundrum keys note.
A notebook page describing the keys. It looks like the last one can be imbued with any number I want. I just have to find it.
All right, let's see. A notebook page describing the keys from von Bothmer's diary. Seems my father used it too. Read. 4 keys should do for now. I'll use 3 of them to teach her the basics. Once that's done, I'm going to introduce her to the main conundrum key. She'll be able to set any value on the conundrum machine and apply it to this key. AVB. I have found almost all of the keys. It has come to a point where I'm having to carry a notepad with diagrams with me at all times just to enter some of the rooms, and I'm pretty sure I haven't even discovered all of them yet. That madman. This is great. I'm loving the sort of like mystery and puzzle solving element to this. Like what a cool use of the Metroidvania, where like usually you gain access to more locations and places by getting new powers. And I think I assume that's an aspect of this as well. Like if we can fix our amplificator, we can do further jumps to get to new places. But also some places are just locked with doors that have keys and puzzles that you got to find all the clues so you can be able to piece together the solution. That's a great idea. Really cool way to use the genre. Also, here's an enemy. Back, I says. All right. What's this? Locked. We've not even traveled that far, and already the environment has just radically changed around us.
It's all dust.
Nec Hercules contra plurus.
I feel like I will always be down for a game that has me diving into, like, dreams as levels. Just dreamscape areas. Ow. No. Yeesh. Back. I know a large part of that is that I just love Psychonauts so much. But I'm very down for it. Okay, let's test out this healing thing. If I hold up... Did I have 2 charges, or did it... Nah, I should have paid closer attention. It might have worked. I have 0 charges left now, though, that's for sure. What do we got? Splinters.
What is it?
This table used to bring the whole family together. I can still smell the aroma of their favorite coffee, the taste of good wine, and of their laughter, Benedict.
So, there was a time when the house was filled with joy.
Okay. Need to get my amplificator working so I can jump up there. Until then, where should we head? Maybe we can just go this way. Let's just try going this way. Oop. Ow. Can I parry projectiles? Let's see about this. Yes. Okay, cool. We can also do our little sidestep dodge. So my understanding with the combat with this game is, like, you're seeing me going in here and just sort of like hacking and slashing a whole lot. I think generally the idea is that your character is not superhuman, that it's usually better in a lot of combat scenarios to try using kind of like your tools kit and powers, because just running in and hacking and slashing at enemies is a great way to die. So you got to play it a little safer and smarter, especially the more tools you get. So with each one of these things we're picking up, we're getting some more of those little bits and pieces currency. So that's cool. The large cranium suggests an intelligent being with human-like features, but something's off. Homunculus? Maybe? If not, then I don't know what it was, nor do I want to. I do feel like if there's like one constructive criticism that I would be giving for the game so far, and forgive me if you're new to the channel, hi, I'm Dan. I'm a professional game animator, so like game animation is what I do for a living, and it's the sort of thing that I will like be I cannot help but sort of analyze and critique while I'm playing stuff here on the channel. Regulars are probably very used to it. I think the one thing about this game that currently feels like it could use some more polished work, and I hope it does get this polished work, because this is all totally fixable stuff. There's a little bit of feeling of jank to some of the way the character controls and handles, and just movement around the world. And a little bit in combat as well, but you mostly feel it in kind of traversal, the running and jumping around the place. And I think there's a few different reasons for that. It's a little hard to pin down exactly, though. Part of it is the animation, and part of it is the camera. I think it's several different issues that are kind of all working together to create a little bit of a feeling of offness. Now, if you look at any of the individual animation assets on this character, I think all of them look quite good, actually. There's a really nice feel, like stylized feeling of movement to this character. There's some really nice settles when you stop moving forward or when you like land from a jump. Like some really nice arcs on the hands and the fingers as in the way they move around. I'm really liking a lot of the assets themselves. I think it's mostly in the implementation of how those animations are coming together and how they're blending together and how the camera is working with them. So like, part of it is the jump. Like, let's just do a quick little animation study on this jump here. If you track the arc on the tips of the fingers, that actually looks quite nice. There's a nice overlap to the motion. That feels really good. Again, love the settle when he lands. That all feels really nice. These turns feel really nice. The run and all that feel good as well. There is something a little bit weird and sort of like lurchy to the feeling of the jump in midair though, right? And the cause of that is like, watch the arc on the hips, the center of gravity. Notice that when I hit the peak of my jump, they sort of lurch upward before going down, which gives it sort of this weird feeling. I think the reason for that is if I don't hold A to jump, if I just do a light A to tap, that arc feels more correct, right? There's like the arc on the fingers still feels very good, and the arc on the hips feels more consistent as well. I think it's just that the like second half of that animation, the falling one, feels right for this sort of light jump, but then sort of lurches upward in the blend at the peak of the jump here. And I don't know like the best way to fix that. Like it might be that it's better to have two different, like a variant of the falling animation that cannot have that lurch on the drop. But it's little stuff like that, which is tiny polishy kinds of things that kind of accumulate and add up to a feeling of a little bit of sort of jankiness to the way this character handles and the control of it, where it just doesn't feel super smooth. Like even in the jump across here, look at the little lurch that happens right as he kind of gets to the platform there, like the shift in the character's center of gravity that happens. That feels like there's sort of like a weird stickiness to it. And I sense that in kind of various places, like the climb up here. Well, as soon as I hit it right. Like that little hop up feels really nice. Like you jump up, you contact the edge of the wall, and it kind of, you sort of stick there for a second, but then you just sort of like hop up, and then your feet are up there, and then you're moving forward, and that feels great. There's a nice smoothness to the motion, sort of a continuity of motion that feels right. That one feels worse, and part of it is that it's broken into kind of like two parts. Like you hit, he pulls himself up so he can bring up the leg, and then it sort of like holds there so he can get the leg up over this ledge here, and then pulls himself up, which looks more naturalistic and right. Like he's needing to take the time to climb up. Nobody can like instantly go from hanging on a ledge to being on top of it in less than a second and running forward. But that sort of lurching pause on the ascent as he climbs feels like a sort of, the unevenness of that feels weird in control. I think that if I were like going in and like tweaking this myself, I would go ahead and have him ascend that kind of ledge with the same sort of quick speed as he does that one there. Just because it would feel a little bit better and smoother in movement. These are all just little polishy things. Like they say that the last like 5% of polish can take like half of the time to do, sort of like the last 5% of polish on top of the 95% of everything else that you did can take 50% of the time and work to do. But it's that last 5% that can make all the difference in how a game feels. It's frustrating that way. But the other half of the thing that I think is causing a little bit of a problem here is the camera. And a big part of that is, I'm guessing the like triggers that my character is crossing that are signaling to the game camera when to move to a new position, they're feeling a little bit sharp and jolty. Like see that crossing that threshold there's sort of a sudden lurch forward and a hitch in the camera motion. Whoop, right there. In shifting kind of from like this room's camera framing to this room's camera framing. And those little lurches lead to just this sort of feeling of joltiness and jerkiness and just kind of overall intangible jankiness when moving through the space. And that stuff I'm sure is just so hard to iron out. I do not know. That's getting more technical than my pay grade to be able to suggest a solution to that. But being able to iron out little things like that, the transitions between rooms and the camera states and things like that, as well as these tuning the transitions between animations on the character, I think will make a huge difference in how this game feels. And I don't know like how much post-launch support and additional like work the team is planning to do. I hope they do a little bit of it though, because like these things are totally fixable. Like they're annoying and they're time consuming and it takes a while, but that kind of polish is totally implementable on this kind of game. And so much of this game in concept and art design and everything else is really strong that I think ironing out some of these rougher edges in the animation and camera and stuff like that is going to make a huge difference in just the overall experience and feeling of quality in this game. And like the the concept and a lot of these other elements of this game are strong enough that I feel like if they can afford the time to give it that extra treatment post-launch, I think this game deserves it and could really benefit. Anyway, Organization's rat painting.
The amplificator.
What is the device that amplifies our connection doing in my father's memories?
No less in the hand of the Organization's rat, Benedict.
Definitely seeing that symbol lots of places. But yeah, sorry for the long rambling constructive critique. And this is not at all meant as a slight against the devs. This stuff is hard. I do this for a living. I know exactly how hard a lot of this stuff is and how frustrating and how long it can take to fix. This is not me ragging on them. They've made a really cool thing here. And sorry for my long rambles. Again, it's something that regulars here are probably very used to. Anyway.
The turnkeys must perish for you to find your way home, Benedict.
Gotcha. Why don't I shoot it? That worked great. I should do that more often. The Anchor's Guide added to journal. We should maybe read that. Because that seems... Yeah, here we go. Defeating the enemies guarding the anchors activates them. The anchors can be used to travel to the mansion or to another anchor and back again. The anchors can also be used to secure the collected ink and replenish all depleted consumables. So these are kind of like your Dark Souls bonfires and also like teleport points. So I guess more like Elden Ring bonfires. Or Sites of Grace, sorry. Grace fires, that's the word. Okay, so yeah, I really should read more in here. That's like some useful information. The bits and pieces of memories are residual remnants of emotion gathered on the surface of the objects found by Benedict. Each story-related item found by Benedict awards him a certain amount of bits and pieces. It's a currency used for buying and upgrading Benedict's equipment. Bits and pieces do not get dropped when Benedict dies and remain in his possession until spent at the shop. Cool. All right. Well, let's secure ink. And refill items. And, if we wanted to teleport, we could teleport to the entrance of this space. That's nice. Free the mysterious lady. Ooh. Can't reach. So if I... Like, this doesn't give me access to, like, a new place in the mansion, does it? I don't think so. Before I wrap this video up, though, we should definitely go back to the mansion and see if anything we found in here can get us further in there, because I bet it can. Let's go down here. It's getting spooky again.
Seems to adhere to everything.
Your father's ego has suffered more than we anticipated. It's afflicted, devoured by infection, riddled with gangrene, Benedict.
Also, sorry, one more camera like critique suggestion that I would probably offer for the devs. They have this interesting kind of like mechanical thing where when you walk up to a ledge, the camera will... That was my fault. Try again. Walk up to a ledge and the camera will kind of do this like look down view perspective thing, which on paper, I like this a lot. This is a great idea, because like in other games, normally you have to, like in Hollow Knight, say, you hold up or down on the stick, and that kind of like shifts the camera in one direction or the other so you can look up or down, which is kind of nice. It is kind of cool having that happen automatically at a ledge, which is the sort of place that you would want to be able to see further down, like to know, am I safe jumping down? Only downside to that is that I suspect that is also like contributing to occasional camera jank. Like, I feel a little bit of a hitch on occasion when jumping off of ledges and stuff like that, and I sometimes suspect it might be like that system getting a word in edgewise on the camera's logic and behavior. as I'm moving through. I may be wrong. This might just be the handoff between two different like room volume camera framing options, and it's just hitching between there. But like you can see that hitch that happens in the middle of the jump. Boom, right there, right? I don't know if that's a contributor at all. If it's not contributing, then leave this in because this is great. But I would say that if it is the sort of thing that is causing the camera to lurch just through in regular play, then maybe finding a way to replace that system might be optimal. In my opinion, anyway. Yipes. Ow. The door's feeling a little hostile. I'll come back later. Getting myself a real lost. Guess that's what the map is for, huh? Oh, there's two of them. Oh no. Ow. Hey, I tried to roll through that. I guess you can't do that. Okay. Oof. No. I was reckless. I should have dodged instead of trying to parry. And also healed, for that matter. I've been banished. Fortunately, we can respawn at any one of our anchor points. Hooray!
I recall dying, and yet I'm alive?
I pulled you from the void. Limbo banished you, Benedict.
Let's get back to where we were, which shouldn't take long. What is this? Hostile, I see. Good to know. Okay. Now you might notice that these two enemies look slightly different than last time. I'll explain why later when I've not died. Eeh. You know what, let's just, Oh, not dead yet, huh? Sturdy. Okay. I don't know if... We might have like a tooltip that explains this in the notes. Let me look real fast. They do, okay. Losing and retrieving ink. Benedict collects ink from the defeated enemies. To secure the ink for later use, Benedict has to travel back to the mansion or use the prompt to do it at an anchor. When Benedict dies, all collected and unsecured ink will be dropped. Benedict has one chance to retrieve it. If the attempt fails, the ink goes back to the demons from which it was collected. The ink may be picked up by another demon, in which case the enemy would have to be defeated to regain it. The enemy holding the lost ink is temporarily stronger than its regular counterpart. The enemies who have been defeated and had their ink secured are permanently weakened. They deal the same amount of damage, but they have less health. This system I love. This is a great idea. What a cool mechanic. So as we've been defeating enemies, we've been taking their ink and collecting it, sort of like Souls in a Dark Souls type game. If we can get to an anchor, then we can bank that ink and it's ours and it's safe, and we can use it presumably for upgrades or whatever. And if we manage to do that, any of the enemies we've previously defeated will not have their ink and they will go down in way fewer hits. So going back through older areas and fighting previously defeated enemies goes way faster. They can still hurt you just as much, but you can burn through them way quicker. That's such a cool idea. It also means that there's like a limited amount of again, assuming ink is a resource you can use to like upgrade yourself, and I think it is. Maybe it's not. Maybe that's just what bits and pieces do. But I feel like ink might be as well. Yeah, you can take the ink to the tattooist to improve connection with a companion. Then that means there's like a limited amount of this ink resource in the world, right? Presumably. And if you die, then the ink gets picked up probably by the enemy who killed you, and except it collects all of the ink and becomes a lot stronger, so you need to defeat it to get it back. If you die again, it seems like the ink then gets like returned to its original source. So the ink never permanently disappears from the world. You just have to go back and recollect it. It only permanently disappears once you've like gained it and banked it to where you can use it to upgrade. That's cool. That's a cool system. That's a cool spin on the sort of the Dark Souls collecting and retrieval and loss mechanic that I like a lot. It gets the fun benefit of that sort of Souls collecting and leveling and like the stakes of dying and having to go and collect your souls again to not lose them, while also like ensuring that you cannot permanently lose ink. The ink doesn't disappear from the world until you've collected it and banked it and secured it. And also it means that you can go back through old areas faster, just defeating enemies again. That feels so elegant.
An embarrassing memory, analyzed over and over. Shameful, itching, uncomfortable, even for me.
She is very tall in this. Either the dream is distorting the reality, or my dad was just dating a real Lady Dimitrescu. And who can blame him? What have we got here? Something I should fix, I think. There's one. Wait a minute. Door. Never mind. At least that one didn't bite me. One thing that I don't totally know, or like visually understand yet, is like I occasionally see like a little white flash when enemies do attacks, but it doesn't always correlate exactly to like the time you should do parries or whatever. Or maybe it does, and I just haven't connected the dots on that yet. It does seem like it is trying to signal, visually signal enemies' attacks incoming. Okay, let's try this again. I have 1 healing flask, 2 empty health pips. I'm gonna hold down up, or I'm gonna hold up. And it does get you more. Okay, that's good to know. So if you can find a safe time to heal yourself and stand still for a second without getting attacked, you can get a lot more healing from a flask charge. But if you just need to heal real quick in the thick of it, you can just tap up and get 1 health back. That doesn't seem like something for me to be walking in. So what does this do now? Oh, it's an anchor point. Awesome. Well, secure the ink, refill the items. Now, where should we go from here? We gotta, okay, we still got like an opening down here. Locked door there. I don't think I can reach that, but let's... Whoop. Let's fail to jump. Maybe I can reach it. Darn. Down it is then. That one opened. Oh, it was just locked on one side. Nice. Okay, cool. Got ourselves a little bit more of a shortcut then. Fantastic. What have we here? A rift. Also a carved symbol?
This resembles one of the symbols on the keys, but more complicated. Still no clue what to do with them.
I think if I do keep playing this, I am going to need a notepad. It's going to be that kind of game. There is something pretty special, though, about any game that requires you to have a notepad handy. Like, I'm not even a huge puzzle game guy, and Even I can kind of get a little giddy when I feel like a game is going to require that of me. Not entirely sure why that joy happens, but it does. It seems safe. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh boy. Ah, jeez. Hit it. Okay. Oh, no, 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 no. Ow, that hurt a lot. Ow. I need to get better dodging. Uh-oh. Oh, it was a shockwave thing. Ow. I've been defeated. Pretty soundly. Let's give that one more try. I feel like I might need some better toys to win that fight, maybe. Man, I was pretty sure I was in for a fight going in there. I was not prepared for just how large. I know this is the other direction. I'm just curious. Maybe there was something good down here that I should investigate first. Where am I? There's something down there. I just can't access it yet. Okay, cool. Yeah, we need to go in there and probably win a fight. And if I die again, then what we'll do is go back to the mansion and see if there's anything to be done there. All right, here goes. Now, got reckless. I do have gun. It seems charging up gun hits is going to be the secret to success here. Look out. Gun! What are you doing? Oh, goodness, I didn't realize that was gonna go further than that. Okay. Ah, the shockwaves, they're destroying me. Heal. Ow. Get closer in. Oh, there's two. I hate it. No. Oh, geez. Oh, no. Combat is challenging. Well, I might not be defeating that thing today, but we can at least return to the mansion and see if there's anything to see or do. And there might not be yet. You can use the map to teleport to previously unlocked anchors, which is always great. But is there anything new to do here? I think. Let me check my pouch of stuff. We've got various plot items and such. Splinters, photograph, sleepers, bits and pieces, wallet. We got this thing, which is interesting. One of those keys we picked up, and it opened, I think, the door in the basement where we found his father's corpse. No matter how deep you dig into a person's life, no matter how much evidence you gather, you may but scratch the surface and never fully reveal the secrets nestled within. It led me to my father and closer to the answers. We'll get, yeah, this key. I don't know if we have any other very good clues or resources that are going to help me solve this puzzle necessarily. Let's check the rest of the rooms.
Is this? He should be here soon, but I can't wait.
Oh, might there be a character coming here? Maybe the tattooist will be here later? Or the person who's going to be bringing the amplificator or whatever? I don't know if we've seen any of these symbols specifically. But it looks like we'll need to orient them in the correct little rotation here. We need a key for this one. Yeah, this sort of puzzle escape room stuff I feel like is such a great addition. Really fits both of the sort of Lovecraft noir mystery genre aspect, but also just sort of like hooks up to the metroidvania genre conventions in a really interesting way. Yeah, I might unfortunately have to beat that boss. One more attempt, and if I fail, then oh well. You want to see more, you might have to just do better yourself. If I can figure out how to play very, like, safe and conservatively in fighting. If I can follow my own advice that I gave way earlier in the episode of not just trying to run in and hack and slash nonstop, of actually trying to dart in, get in a few hits, get out, use the flare gun. Use dodge. I don't know if... Will parry work? I'm gonna have to see about that. Gun. I'm gonna try it. Well, I didn't get hurt by it, so I'll take that. Whew. Gun. Parry. Yeah, okay, yeah, you can survive it. Awesome. Haha, too good for you. Too good for you. Uh-oh. I dare you. Whoops, too slow. What's happening? Oh no. Oh no. Yipes! Hit it in the face. Ow, I was a little slow there. That hurt a lot. I think I can beat this now, though. I feel like I got this. One more try. Another place where I feel like there's a little bit of opportunity for polish and improvement is in the combat. A lot of the combat stuff feels a little bit loose. Like I don't feel like I have all of the visual feedback I need to tell for sure what's happening. Like I need a little bit more clear and predictable wind up to the enemy attacks to be able to clearly see it coming and being able to parry it. I feel like there needs to be a much more satisfying boom, flash or effect hit or something to parrying something to kind of get that satisfying, yeah, nailed it, as opposed to just sort of throwing up the parry thing and not happening to take damage. I feel like there's a little some visual feedback polish work that needs to happen in combat still to make it feel better. Because because it's not feeling like one of the stronger points of the game right now. But there's potential there. Ow. I also feel like there's a lot of high variability in how much delay there is between seeing the red targeting signal there and how much time you have before the actual attack comes. And that unpredictability makes it a little hard to like strategize and make decisions. Whew, ow. Now y'all are attacking from both sides. That was just cheating. Tentacles. Darn it, one more try. Once more. Bring it. I'll parry you all day. Or try. Come on. Get gun shooted. Oh, the gunshot also, like, staggers it. Interesting. Ow. Okay, yeah, I'm getting in that rough spot where I'm being... targeted on both sides here. Okay, okay. Drink. All right, we're back up to full. We can make this work. Shoots. Get him. Whoa. Whew. A weak point. Hit it. That seems like victory to me. Whew. Did it. All right, now let's go back to the mansion. I feel like something might happen. Maybe. Well, maybe. Or maybe I'm supposed to ride up that elevator. Hang on. The librarian's lair. Yeah, let's see what happens. Where are we? Ooh, new place. Relive the memory.
What are we looking at?
The earth still quakes from the emotional intensity. Answer the question for yourself, Benedict.
Interact.
Look, the combination.
Ooh. All right, so I won't be able to memorize the symbols themselves, but let's see. We got 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, roughly, and 1 o'clock. Well, it doesn't... it's not exactly there, but yeah. 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, kind of halfway between 10 and 11. I guess it... I guess it doesn't land exactly on hours, but you get it. 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 1 o'clock. That'll do it. Next.
What are they arguing about?
The ritual. The memory fades here. Perhaps more transpired elsewhere.
All right. Nothing to interact with here, I don't think. Nothing I can tell anyway.
Life made an appearance in the house. Let's examine it, Benedict.
I'm game for it. I love the way this, like, the walls are just sort of breathing in here. It's very cool. Yeah, let's go back to our anchor. To the foyer. Hello.
Harry, long time no see.
It is good to see you, you old devil. In trouble again, I presume?
I feel Harry knows you better than you do yourself, Benedict.
You got that thing I asked you about?
I got you, kid. Got it right here.
The Amplificator, a wondrous device that helps me safely reach for the companion's abilities. Home to a voidling. A creature. Oh, we basically read that. All right. Yay.
Thanks. And by the way, I have some amber for you.
Sorry, but these are completely worthless to me. No one knows what to do with it, but if, along the way, you've dug up any bits and pieces of memories, feel free to browse my wares.
I do have some of those. Miracle water. We could upgrade it. That'd be lovely. Also a stone plate device. Interesting. Smoke bomb. Well, upgrading this definitely makes a lot of sense. We can upgrade the quantity or the quality. Can't afford the quality, but quantity could totally work. Item selection guide added to journal. Okay, yeah, I picked this one up because I just want to know what it is and like what it do. Increase amount of uses per descent, increases petrification duration. Interesting. Okay, so like this is a petrifying like skill. Cool. Okay. Very interesting.
I've got what I needed. Till next time.
Be careful. The organization and the order don't mess around. You don't have much time before they get here.
That's probably not good. But yeah, now I can double jump. We got it back. And also, we're definitely not wrapping up without doing this. 9, 10, 1. Open. And we got another key. Interesting. Is it one that works in here? I don't think it is. No, let's check the symbol on the key. It's not that one, I don't think. I think that's the one we had before. Hang on. Whoop. Keys. Well, we have both of these now. Don't know which one I got most recently. But then I also don't know what doors they go to. But I do need to wrap it up for today. Anyway, that's the last case of Benedict Fox. It's got some rough edges with the combat and traversal type stuff that I was talking about before, but concept very strong, art design very strong. Like there's a lot of potential here. I am curious to see what like this game has the more you get into it. But yeah, If you've enjoyed this and you want to try the game out for yourself, it is on Xbox and it is also on Steam. If you check the link down there in the description, you can go and pick it up for yourself. Congrats to the folks at, hang on, what's the studio name? It's on my record, I think. Plot Twist. Congrats to the folks at Plot Twist for shipping their game, and thanks to the folks at Rogue Games for sponsoring this episode. And thank y'all for watching. Take care until next time. I'll see you tomorrow for something else. Goodbye!